So, what can we bring from 2020 into 2021? I would say, like, I'm not saying it was an easy year. It is not an easy year. It's still very difficult to go through this pandemic. But I also want to think about all of the great things that we have learned along the way. First of all, we have learned to be flexible. We have learned to adapt. We have been kicked out of our comfort zone, and we have learned that we cannot take tomorrow for granted. That's a great lesson. That here is a great lesson. And I also think that 2020, when we say 2020, you have the perfect vision. It's a bit of the same way. When we were in quarantine, we were so forced to see what was in front of us. We couldn't escape. We couldn't escape our husband. We couldn't escape our kids. We couldn't escape nothing. We were like, we have to face them. We've been forced to see what was going on in our life. What did we do? We started to clear up things, to clean up, to go to the basement and throw out things. And it was like we needed to keep ourselves busy, right? And I love that in a way we also had to face our own emotion, because we were in a place where if we had to deal with our husband on a regular basis, we were either seeing the worst of him or the best of him. And that you couldn't escape from that. If you are really real with yourself, you couldn't escape from seeing what was good or bad in your relationship. And either you could ignore what is wrong, or you could acknowledge what is wrong or right, and then make a move or do something about it. So this could be the scariest time of your life, because you know that 2021 is going to be a tough year. Because first of all, we're going to have to face so much uncertainty in 2021, for sure. The only certain thing in life is the uncertainty. So what I'm asking us to do is to be really true to ourselves and really real with ourselves. Make more boundaries. Give yourself more love. Appreciate yourself more. Learn to say no. Learn to say no. And cultivate and elevate yourself as much as you can. When you start your day, read positive things, positive book. Before you go on Facebook and start scrolling, make sure that you are nourishing your mind. You get yourself so ready for the day with so much power. Even if you're a believer, then you embrace your connection with God, because you know that He will give you the tools to make sure that you can face the day. Before we get into 2021, make a list of all of the things that you don't want to bring with you. All of the things that you don't want to bring with you. So what are those things? Behaviors, addiction, ideas, relationship. So if I can add a point in your list, I would say, add more worth, add more love, add more kindness, have more respect for yourself, for your trouble, for your battle, for the battle that nobody knows that you were facing this year. Despite the COVID and despite all the pandemic and all that, there was all a battle that you had inside of you, and that you couldn't talk about it. Congratulate yourself for all of those small or big battles you went through. It's very, very important. It's very important for you to love yourself, because you are your best friend. When there's nobody around you to congratulate you, make sure you know that you can congratulate yourself. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to your dream. Say, yes, I want to go deep and I want to learn more. But what I'm saying to you today is like that even if it's small amount of strength that you have to grab it and make sure that you cultivate yourself. Cultivate that love for you by taking care of yourself. In 2021, what is going to define you? Your worth will be 100% your biggest tools in 2021. How much you're worth. I'm not even talking about your money. I'm not even talking about how much you have in your bank account. I'm really talking about how much you're worth inside of you. How much you think you're worth. You elevate yourself to such a point when 2021 shows its face, you'll be like, you know what, 2021, I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. Because thanks to 2020, I've been prepared. So don't even think about 2021 is going to be this or that. Just think about, I am prepared. I am prepared as much as I am prepared. You see what I mean? And then when 2021 is going to come to you, you will have other skills that you have developed during 2020. So that's why we can be grateful for 2020, because we have been prepared. So this is not new for us anymore. COVID is not new for us anymore. I'm not saying that COVID is not coming with new features. I'm not saying that. However, I'm saying that now we know what is COVID, and now we know how we can face a few things. We have learned a lot. So this is what I wanted to share with you before we embrace 2021. Take care of yourself, be safe, take the distance, keep the distance, but be good, and I'll see you in 2021.